Hey guys, before we get into the episode, I want to tell you we have merch that you can check out. If you're interested in any hoodies, we have some nice designs up there. I'll put some on the screen right now. Go check it out. Aidan N Designs. Again, Aidan N Designs. Go check it out.
Triple that, Grado.
She won 1942 and she mixing it up.
Aidan, so there's been something going on in my life that I've been keeping a secret from you for so long.
Okay.
And I've been just like, you probably could tell what it is by
what?
By what I wear and my accessories and stuff like that. So as you guys may notice, I've worn some fruity shoes recently, or at least what
I've noticed.
Aidan can describe. I think they're kind of cool. But yeah, I've been, as you may know, Converse shoes.
Let's do some stretches. Nice. Well, they're blue Converse. Can you see it in there?
Ah!
There we go. But
Blue-
yeah, they're
blue
very
Converse.
out of the ordinary and high tops.
Yeah. And as you can see by my beautiful keychains right
Oh,
here.
I didn't even clock that.
Yeah, because I've been hiding it from Aidan. He hasn't noticed, but every time when I
God.
drove, I put my keychains to the side, or when he was driving, I just didn't bring them.
Yeah.
So I do have some breaking news that Evan Miller has gotten another job at Converse.
No kidding,
So
bro.
now Evan has
Congrats.
now Evan has
Congrats,
two
bro.
jobs. Well,
Oh, two.
Aidan has 0. So I'm providing for both of us at this point. I had to get 2 jobs since Aidan didn't want to get another job. But
I
yeah,
appreciate it.
and I also have little gifts for Aidan
Oh, no way.
for one of these
Actually,
keychains. Since he's American, I'm
it's not
giving
even
him
my
the
birthday yet.
American.
You guys saw how nice I was on Evan's birthday, obviously.
You guys didn't see the full thing that what Aidan got me for my birthday, but we're getting him to hold it up to the camera. It's an invaluable gift. He's got the American
Thank you.
stars because he's a star in my life.
Yes.
So yes.
Thank you very much.
But yeah, we got the job because I think it was in May. I was like, I don't really want that much free time.
Really?
And I just wanted to work more. So I was looking at jobs, and what I did was kind of smart. I went to ChatGPT. I said, give me every store in the Irvine Spectrum, right?
Okay.
So it gave me every single store. I applied every single one. I look up, okay, boom, this place, this place. And then I did the same thing for the outlets. I said, since Under Armour's at the outlets, I'm like, okay, maybe I can get a job at the outlet. It's closer. Did the same thing, boom, 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 boom. And then I got a lot of interviews. I got an interview at Stance Socks, interview at PacSun.
Nice.
I got an interview, obviously, at Converse, but it was virtual. So, like, I had to record myself at home for a Converse interview.
That's pretty easy, honestly.
Yeah.
It seems way easier.
Also, but yeah, I got the job at Converse in June, and it's been a month now. It's super relaxing. It's a smaller store, so there's not that many people there, but I think it's really cool, really fun.
At Irvine.
And no, in outlets.
Oh,
It's right by outlets. So like some days when I've been told you I'm working 8 hours, I was actually working 8 hours, but at 2 different places. So I'd work at Under Armour first and go straight to Converse, just consecutively.
Oh.
But also but there's more to the story. A couple weeks back, I actually got another job
Oh my God.
at Build-A-Bear.
Third one?
No, but I didn't take it. But let me tell you the story. So obviously, when you're applying to different places, right? When you're applying to different places, you don't really like look at what you're applying to. You just apply because you're like,
Oh, like
I'm just trying to apply to whatever I get.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this was after I got the Converse job. I got a text. I said, "Good morning, Evan. My name is blah blah blah. One of the managers at Build-A-Bear. Received your application. We're hiring and would consider you for the role. It's a part-time role, but they said, oh, it's a hiring event. Whenever I see hiring events, I don't like going to those.
What are those?
It's
Explain
like
that to me.
so for PacSun, I had a group interview where like there's other people in it.
Yeah.
But hiring events are just like they basically go to the store and there's a lot of people just like looking to get hired. It's not really like an interview for me personally. So I don't really like hiring events. But then I didn't reply to them. So as you see, they sent me that. I didn't reply.
Yeah.
And then 9 days later, I get a text. Good morning, Evan. We delayed the hiring by 1 week to give some more candidates a chance. I think I read that. I was like, okay, whatever. I just didn't reply. But then it said, however, we have now locked in our final decisions and would like to move forward in offering the sales associate role at our Mission Viejo location. If you'd like to accept, simply reply yes. Looking forward to working with you. Do you see me working at Build-A-Bear? I've asked
Honestly,
everyone and they said no.
No, because it's like,
You want your thing getting stuffed?
I don't want to get stuffed. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know what image I have of Build-A-Bear people, but I think your personality is like a little too mature. You know what I mean?
Too strong for.
Because like you have to deal with kids on a day-to-day basis there. and I think you need somewhat of like a childish like joy to you as an employee. And bro, they just hired you even though you didn't show up.
Yeah, I didn't show up to the hiring event. So you guys can get a job. I believe in you. I believe in you. But yeah. So we have 2 jobs now at Converse, and that's why I be rocking.
And you're not gonna follow through with the Build-A-Bear.
No, I don't want to do that. But yeah, 2 jobs. We're fully still more employed than Aidan with his 0 jobs. I'd pick up the slack. So yeah, congrats to myself. Another job.
Nice.
But yeah.
Do you have a favorite?
Under Armour, cause
Funny bone. Fuck. All right, back to the convo.
do I have a favorite?
Yeah, do you have a favorite?
My favorite's always gonna be Under Armour because they like gave me the opportunity first and they gave me like the experience. Because before Under Armour, I only had like 3 job interviews, but after that, I got so many calls back. So many like they loved the experience I had at Under Armour. So thankful to them. They also let me be my true self, my true personality.
Yeah.
So thank Under Armour. But my last thing about the Converse thing, my manager actually said this about me. It made me rethink the way I speak to people. So I was learning register, even though I already know how to do it, but I was learning like how to like check people out, stuff like that. And my manager's like, okay, Evan, you're doing a really good job with how like with like learning every single thing, telling them about the survey, giving them like a little coupon, doing good. But when you speak, you're talking very aggressive. And when she said that, I was like, aggressive? What does that mean? Because like when I speak firmly. And aggressive, because like sometimes, because you know how like retail people have like different voices. You have your normal voice and you have like a high pitched voice. So I've been thinking, do I say like, hi, welcome in, and like, do I like fake my voice? But like that's how I talk. I say, welcome in, guys, like stuff like that, because that's who I am. But she said I speak very aggressively. So I think for me, it's because I like to speak fast, and it's just my people say I have a deep voice, so I speak very fast.
Yeah.
So it's for me, I learned like, maybe just talk a little slower, eye contact, be like, okay, here's your stuff. Thank you for shopping with us, stuff like that. Here's your stuff. But what does that mean, talking with an aggressive voice? I've never heard that.
I do see it. It's kind of like, it's not even aggressive, but it's like assertive. And
I like
for people
assertive, like dominance on people.
Like, welcome in. That's like, or if you're inviting someone to your house, for example, like, welcome to my house.
Welcome to the crib.
Well, it's like, even if that's the way you are, it does feel kind of assertive, right?
Yeah,
so I do kind of see it, I guess. But I don't think you should go like the other side of the spectrum where it's like, welcome in, guys.
Because that's not me, and I hate not being me. But yeah, that made me rethink how I speak to people, and I'm like, that lives in my head. I'm like, bro, am I really that aggressive? Is your funny bone okay?
Bro, it's hurting.
What'd you do?
I'm squeezing my hand, and I can feel pain.
Pain is just weakness leaving the body. It's okay.
Shut up.
Shout out Jake Jaworski.
No, but yeah, I just don't. Yeah, for what is it called? Customer service is different. You almost have to cater to people no matter what.
Yeah, and they're always right. Because you don't want a negative experience with the customer.
I don't think it's too bad to be disingenuous, to be honest, right? Because I've had a time. So during the summer season, you were obviously working at Under Armour then. They just bring in a bunch of people. Not summer season. What is it called? Christmas.
Or Black Friday.
Or Black Friday.
Yeah.
They bring in a bunch of people to kind of deal with the huge influx of customers, right? During that time. And then one time when I went into, I think it was like Volcom or something, this guy was super upbeat. It is so fake. But like he was trying to perform to like please the managers and stuff, right? And seem like he's going above and beyond. Like, okay, guys, if you, are you looking for anything in specific? Like, we have a sale right now, and it's the perfect time for summer. What are you guys looking for? What do you guys, not summer, but like Christmas is perfect time. Here's some perfect gifts if you want, like good ideas. Like, who are you trying to buy for? He's trying to like cater to the people. So it is like disingenuous, but I guess in like customer service jobs, it's not.
It's not. Yeah,
it depends who you are. Are you willing to like?
Yeah, because I'm trying to bring the energy, and I said in my interview to Converse, like I'm literally like a culture like changer, I'm not okay at Converse.
That's strong.
There's less people that work there than Under Armour. Obviously, it's the smallest store.
Okay.
Also, the people that do work there, I'm total opposite. I'm like in a league of my own in the way I act and the way I present myself. Even like, it's mostly girls that work there. Even the guys that work there, they're not like my type of guys. In a respectful way of saying it. In a respectful way of saying it. They're super nice, but like I definitely stand out like a sore thumb in that place. But like, even though I'm getting more comfortable working there and trying to like keep my energy up.
How so? How do you stand out?
With the way I speak, how loud I am, how like my customer service skills are on point. I love speaking to people. I love getting sales. I love like at Under Armour, I can sell you anything you want. At Converse, it's different because I don't know any of it. They had me try on every single shoe, which is kind of smart because like they even had me try on like the women's shoe, like even like the super high ones, like the heels, all that stuff. So if someone asks me how's this shoe like, I know how it feels, which is
that's fun.
which is kind of smart because like at Under Armour, I've only tried on like maybe 2 shoes. So if people ask me how the Under Armour shoes, I'm like, they're
Feels
cool.
good.
Yeah, they're nice. Oh, they're really good. But at Converse, if someone asks me like, oh, I've actually had to like try them on and see how they feel. And yeah, it's just a learning thing, getting more comfortable with it. But yeah, 2 Job Evan. I want to call me Mr. 2 Jobs, Mr. Moneymaker, Mr. Bag Chaser.
That's
Mr.
an episode name right there.
Greatest person ever. And yeah, 2 Jobs. So visit me at Converse and Under Armour in Los Angeles.
All right. Do you want to talk about the event thing we did over the week?
We have been doing so much. As you guys know, that today is July 8th. We haven't filmed an episode in May, June, July. 3 months. Basically 3 months. A solo episode. And we've only filmed one other episode before this, too. So we've been kind of in a hiatus. But over the, what was it, like a couple days ago?
Literally a couple days ago.
July 5th.
We've been doing it more to like keep the
chemistry keep
there.
Like getting out of our like comfort zone. And
I'm opposite to you. I've been getting too much time in the summer where I don't have like anything to do really. Like I'm with family and that's fun, but like the repetition after a while kind of gets boring.
Yeah.
So to switch it up, like hang out, do things, and then eventually you invited me to the DJ event, which I thought was a scam, by the way. Like it looked like a scam in the sense like it didn't put its location out until the day of.
No, and then 4 hours before the thing even started too.
Yeah. So I thought it was weird because if you have an event, don't you want people to know where to go?
True.
Because especially if you're a smaller event, I think more so if you're a smaller event. If you're Taylor Swift, like people will like stalk you.
You just say like, oh, Los Angeles. Everyone's like, they're there.
They'll figure it out.
They're at every single city, every single store in Los Angeles waiting for Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is a DJ thing. San Juan Capistrano was actually at a church, which I thought was very symbolistic.
That was funny.
But yeah, so obviously we get to the event. I took my friend Abby there, and
shout out Abby.
And I went. What's it called? Got food before. Aidan was in the car with us. We were just eating a lot of food, and
preface it with like we say it's an event, but it's more like a
social gathering,
like high school party type of vibe.
Yeah,
immediately like me
kind of like a reunion.
In. Exactly.
Kind of like a high school reunion.
Yeah,
basically with like a lot of people that you've never seen before, or not seen before, but seen in a while. So it's kind of like a little reunion. But yeah, we get to the event right after we check in all that stuff with Aidan. We meet up with Mason Pops, and when we get there, it's kind of like an awakening. Like, oh, we're in a social setting. What was good about it is that we were both in there together, and we were both like
100%.
We were with it together. So it's not like I was alone going in it. I would have been attached to Mason's hip the whole time. Like, bro, I don't really want to be here, but whatever. But at least Aidan was here. So we constantly like we weren't never alone. That's the thing. We were never alone. We were always able. And what's good is that like sometimes when you're in a public setting, you're like, oh, we're hanging out by ourselves, kind of like lonely and like kind of sad. We're having fun still, just talking to each other. Yeah. So DJs are playing all that stuff, and when we go into places, our friends recognize us, and they say like, "Oh, Kickback Conversation." They always ask. This is a question. Yo, Ray, dap me up. Yo, get me on the podcast. Get me on the podcast. What do I gotta do? So,
and there's nothing like
wrong with
that. It's just like it's a new experience, I will say, because obviously now we're doing the podcast. I think we're still like really small.
Yes.
So to even hear people bring it up and like ask us about it is kind of like interesting, you know?
But I have nothing wrong with people asking, oh, get us on the podcast. But this is where it becomes ingenuine. Because there's people that ask us that, one, don't watch the podcast, which you don't have to watch every episode.
No.
2, they don't follow the podcast. Okay, you don't have to follow the podcast, whatever, at least check out some of the clips. 3, they don't even follow me or Aidan on Instagram. That's where like I crossed the line. And it's also worse when you follow them, but they don't even follow you back. Like, oh, you really want to do this, but you're not even going to support like what we do, then that speaks a lot about like who our guests are. If you look at all of our guests' history, they always have been like Jeff's followed from day one, Coach Jagos had followed from day one, Steele has followed from day one. Eden followed when
I started like
when we first met her.
Yeah.
Who was 5th? Lucas followed,
always. He's been a day one.
Yeah, Lucas has been day one. Cooper Jaworski was a day one. Everyone that we've wanted to be a guest on have always like followed through, or at least like who's always been there and supported us. So that's what we look for when we're looking for guests.
That, and like, at least for me, it's like I'm looking for a unique experience from someone. So like if you traveled from a lot of different places,
We want to learn.
you have a unique experience because we don't move around a lot, or people don't always move around a lot from country to country. It's more so like from house to house, neighborhood to neighborhood, city to city at most. But from country to country, you have a unique experience. It's like if you have generic experiences like the high school thing where people got involved in drinking and drugs and stuff, and sure, that can be interesting once, but like if you do it over and over again, it gets repetitive. And it's also like everybody did that in high school. So it's kind of like a story you've heard 100 times over already.
Yeah. And our whole thing, like we wanted to keep getting out of our comfort zone and like talk to new people we haven't talked to, or just see like what people are going through. So we had many different conversations and with ourselves and with other people. Like, for example, we had a conversation with someone. We asked him like, oh, like where do you go to school, stuff like that. Oh, he went to a school that we both don't really know that much about. Like, oh, what do you do? We asked him what his major was, and we're like, oh, what are your plans for after you get your 4 year? He's like, I'm not really worried about that. I just want to, or they say, I'm not really worried about that. I just want to party and stuff. And I'm like, okay, interesting. And like all they talked about was like the Greek life experience, which is not a bad thing to be part of Greek life, but it's
What are you calling it?
Greek life.
I've never heard of
That's
that
like
term.
how they call like frats and sororities Greek life.
Okay. I didn't know
But that's all they were talking about, and like that's something they were proud of, which is cool. Proud of your frat, proud of your sorority, and be like, okay, that's something I'm doing. But when all we get out of the conversation is that's all you're focusing on, and you're not even like really caring about like they didn't even know what job they would want to do, which that's not a bad thing. But like they weren't even open to like thinking about it.
Yeah.
So as a quote, like I said, oh, I don't really care what I'm gonna do. I'll figure it out later. And when it gets to a point where in later, they might be a little screwed. But again, you don't have to know what you're doing in college, especially those first 2 years. You could be undeclared because all you're taking those first 2 years is general ed and stuff like that. So you don't always have to have it figured out, but it's good to be thinking and actually be a proactive thinker and not just be like, okay, it's going to happen when it happens. Because there's going to be some point in time. Because imagine doing those 4 years and you're like, oh, yeah, I'm going to love this. And then it gets that fourth year, you're like, wait, do I even really love my major? I might low-key switch. And you're like, wow, I wish I was actually like thinking about it a little bit, you know? But
I think also to add to that, it's like I thought about it afterwards because I will say at least for me, and I think for you as well, that type of environment wasn't for us.
yeah.
Like
We
we
didn't
were
fit
in
in.
the wrong place for how we are wired. What I mean is like I'm the stupid kid who goes to a party expecting like deep conversations with people. And it's like, I know that's not the place where it's supposed to happen. But what I'm saying is like, I get satisfaction more so from like deeper conversations. Like we could even be a thing of like, okay, now that you're in college, how does that change your perspective on like how you see things in life or how you want to approach life? That's not something I should be asking at a party, right? It's insane.
We're at a music event.
I didn't, by the way. I'm not here to like ruin people's vibe.
Oh, no.
I don't want to.
We didn't talk about forced conversations.
No, honestly, and I like it for me specifically, like from a socially anxious perspective, it's like exposure therapy for me, and I haven't been out to an event for like a while, a while. So going out to that and being in a social gathering helps me to kind of like learn how to kind of talk to people again and get comfortable and not always be anxious and overthink. Because definitely the time leading up to the event, I was freaking out, but getting there actually.
Yeah, same. And
cool
even
down.
when I first got there, I was like, oh, shoot, bro, I'm not really feeling that social. But it helps when you have another person there.
Yeah.
We also, like, again, we were talking with multiple different people. It was a fun event.
Yeah, it was
Like, not for us, but it was a fun event. I'm glad I could support people. Even if the person I was supporting didn't really like me as a person. But we went around talking to people, and we actually heard some interesting things. And like Aidan pointed out earlier, we heard some stories about someone who is not even like, their first July 4th was literally the day before the event. And they never even got to experience like a typical like American, because they've lived throughout so many cities. And that really intrigued me, and especially intrigued Aidan. Because they were talking about New York, and he loves New York.
Yeah.
And he loves the idea of traveling and visiting different places in the world, all that stuff. Really like,
experiencing like different types of cultures, really. Because we grew up in the suburbs. City is so different in like so many different ways. People in the suburbs are very much to themselves, I think. And in the city, I guess they can be to themselves in some respect because they're going places, right? New York is always about like, we're doing something. I'm pursuing some type of career, or I have some type of goal in life that I want to accomplish, so I don't have time to talk to you.
Yeah.
But at the same time in the city, those people are the most honest, in my opinion. They're the most straightforward, that will like tell you how it is, but not like in a disrespectful way, but as like, hey, I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. You can handle it. Here's the truth.
Yeah.
I prefer that.
But yeah, as we were saying.
Shout out Ed, by the way, for like hosting the event.
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything. I just wanted to like, because it's cool that he had the event that we could go to and everything, and it was a good event.
And he also felt very personal, because before the event even started, like a couple days before, he sent me DMs like, bro, I saw you bought tickets. I'm like, I was so surprised. But then I was like, wait, he's the one that is doing it.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you excited to go? I'm like, yeah. And then I asked him like, oh, where is he? He's like, because he didn't want to go if it wasn't like the location.
Real,
He's like, bro, just buy the mission. And he's like, okay, fine.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
even at the thing, Ed kept like coming up to us, talking to us. He was very social.
Good guy.
And a quote, he's like, we were thinking about like talking to him after like his like set. And I'm like turning over here to Aidan, and then I looked this way. Oh no, you were there. And he's like, bro, get me on the podcast. And I was like, and what's also cool about him is like, we're asking like, oh, do you want to do DJ like your whole life? And he's like, oh no, it's only because like it runs in the family. He actually wants to do the Air Force. I had no idea, and I thought that was really interesting how people want to do military stuff like that.
Yeah, it could be interesting. It's just about like what I think is important if we're talking specifically guests. God, I'm so gassy. Sorry. Excuse me. Is that we kind of talk to them before we actually invite them on. I think that was kind of our mistake with previous guest episodes, even though it can work like with Coach Jacobs, but it's more because you know him.
Yeah.
I think if possible, and in some cases, if not most, we're not going to be able to do it, but to be able to interact with the person and talk with them before the actual episode to kind of get more familiar with them would be better.
Also soothes like our mood, like especially if they're nervous, like they're gonna be calm and be like, okay, we're just having a conversation right now. This base how it is, but just cameras.
Yeah.
And it helps us better too.
And it's kind of hard for us to like pick guests, even though it's like early on, you say like, just take whoever you can get onto the podcast as a guest, right? But at the same time, it's like both me and Evan have this vision for what we want for the podcast. So we realize just inviting people for the sake of inviting them on is kind of like not beneficial, because at that point, we're not creating good content. And I think the thing we have to think about first is like, you have to love something before other people can love it, right? And I think that's with anything in life, whether you're creating a business, pursuing a passion project, or even like self-confidence and stuff like that. You have to love what you're doing, love yourself before other people can love you. Because if you don't, then you're going to receive that same energy, because that's what you're putting out. You're putting out the hate for yourself, and then obviously that comes back. And if you put out a bad product, stuff like that.
I agree with that. But overall, that's me, and what we learned is getting out of our comfort zone, talking to new people, even if like we have this misconception about them, we don't actually know them, still having a conversation with them. And that's something like, even for me, it's hard to do, where I've been getting better, as like talking to people that I know that they don't actually like mess with me or actually friends with me, but still taking the time to have a conversation with them, hearing what they have to hear. And that's what's important.
Hearing what they have to say.
Hear what they have to hear. Hear what they have to hear. But hear what they have to say. And that's something I'm trying to learn, is that like everyone has a story. Everyone has things they're interested in. Even if they don't like you, it makes other people feel better when you're listening to them. And for me, like, let's say I'm just talking to Aidan. Let's say Aidan has no care in the world, but he's still listening. That's important to me, because like someone's at least like hearing my thoughts out and what I like to say.
And it's so funny. Like after the event was over, I told my parents about like pretty much the briefing of like how it went, because that's like just usually what I do. And it's just exciting because I get to go through kind of like the thoughts and some of the stuff you and me laughed about, which is like you and me were having like deep convos with each other and talking about the podcast the entire time, as people are like, dun, 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 dun. It was so funny because we're just like the guys who shouldn't be here, but we're just here for the fun of it.
Like I was wearing
really.
my glasses, I was super nerdy.
Yeah. And we're just trying to have deep conversation with each other. And it was funny because there's just certain people who prefer like really immerse themselves in the party environment. And that's one thing I kind of like saw afterwards, or kind of thought about afterwards, which is like in parties, they're not like how the movies portray them, or how people might talk about them sometimes, because you always explain the best part of it. Like, oh, this happened, or this exciting thing happened. Oh, this guy did some stupid thing or whatever, right? But in reality, people are kind of not talking at all. They're just
quiet,
vibing out, just enjoying the music,
could be on their phone, just like
whatever. And it's not that like, oh, you talk to a girl that you never met before and you hook up with her that night, and it's like, it's not like that exactly. It's still very different. People go into their groups and stuff, and that's perfectly fine, you know? But for me, it's hard for me to connect with that. Like, in my mind, what I think of as fun isn't what other people think of as fun. And in that case, I'm not a party person. I've always known that. I kind of go for friends' sake. And then now I'm going for like exposure therapy. And so I'm watching these people do their thing, and it's judgy, right? But not in like I don't know, it's not a negative sense. I'm not like trying to hate on people, but more of like, I'm trying to understand people. That's my thing always, of like, if I see people doing something, I want to understand why they enjoy it. And that's kind of the thing with the podcast that's like fun and can be good for guests, is when I ask questions, I want to understand, why do you do music? Like, why is it fun for you? Or why do you do skydiving or something? Just anything, right? Or why do you travel? And so seeing people like dance and not talk, in my head, I'm like, how are you having fun? You guys aren't even talking to each other. Like, if it was fun for me, I'd be like, bro, this DJ is like so good. Like, for the first time, like, he actually has like hits every time. And I feel like people might be thinking that. Wow, that's a voice crack. I feel like people might be thinking that, but aren't actually sharing it, where I'm like, I would want to share that with someone, the experience, and like talk about it and like why it's so fun, and just share, you know?
Yeah. And that's something of a hard thing, is like allowing myself to have fun, because like the fear of constantly being judged, and the fear of constantly people looking at you. And another thing I've been thinking about, like, when people pull out a phone and they're videoing people, why do people always like think of to do the craziest stuff? And in my head, I always look at stories like that. I'm like, bro, it must be so awkward. Like, someone pulls a camera, you must like do something crazy so they can post on their story.
Yeah.
I just never got that in my head, and that's something I still don't understand. But like, I was taking a video of Aidan, he just started twerking out of nowhere. I was like, okay,
no, don't do that to me.
You
try to coerce me.
This is what people do. Okay, let's see if this works on someone else.
No, but you're also saying a thing to me at the party. I keep saying party because it really was. In my head, it was like a party.
Yeah.
It was an event, sure, because you had to pay for tickets and stuff. And it was a smaller event, so I'm not criticizing it for that.
Yeah.
It's more just, it just felt like a high school party because there's high school people there from our same graduating class, not underage people, I want to preface. But you were saying something interesting, which was like, when you were watching people, you noticed they looked at other people before they did something. So it's almost like they were looking to see how they should act and stuff.
Because
like
I was at it could not be a bad thing. Also, it's not a bad thing, but it also couldn't be. It's not always a good thing. Because like copycat, a lot of people, especially growing up, there was always like the thing, like the group leader, and and my whole life, when I went to my school from 1st to 8th grade, there's this kid named Jack. Jack was my childhood best friend.
Okay.
And he was always the leader. So every time you wanted to do something, you always look at Jack and see how he's doing. And for me, I was always the second man. It was Jack, then me, and like leader.
Yeah.
But also what I noticed throughout like elementary school is that what Jack found funny, everyone thought was funny. What Jack found was stupid, everyone would think was stupid. He could shift people's whole perception of things just by the way he acts. He was a role model for our entire class of like 25 people.
Yeah.
He had the power, which is like kind of sounds like super like he had the power to change everyone's mind on something. The whole class could be arguing something. Jack could be on this side, and he will convince everyone to go on this side.
He could make any of you twerk.
Yes, he could.
Crazy.
But just growing up and seeing that, and it's still a thing in high school.
100%.
And even past
now.
high school. Like, people will always look to that one guy. And if you're that person, you have so much power, but it's not even really power. People just think you're so great, and they put you on this high pedestal so that they want to be like you. They want to do the things that you do.
Yeah, I think it's like, for the people following, it's corny. It's the only way I can describe it. I've always thought it was corny, and I did it. I will admit, so I'm corny as myself. It's more so like a confidence thing, right? Where you don't know how to fit in, so you look for the guy who's the most popular, has the most friends, to see how, if he can fit it. If he has so many friends, there must be something he's doing. So if I do what he does, then I'll have that.
Yeah.
It's the wrong way to go about it. I learned more in college, and then even going to the DJ event thing helped me so much, because the DJ event forced me to an ultimatum, which is I can overthink everything, have a panic attack, and ruin my entire experience at the DJ event, not talk to anybody, feel awkward, have awkward interactions, not leave good impressions. Or I could just say, screw it, act like myself, and if people don't like me for that, is what it is. You know, you move on.
And Aidan went out of his comfort zone, even by like just talking to like new people. Like I introduced him to people. He was still, and the conversation flowed beautifully. Like I'd be
Thank
like,
you.
I was talking to someone, then I saw Aidan. I'm like, oh, by the way, this is my friend Aidan. Blah blah blah. Meet you, and they met, and like,
Yeah.
we just continued talking. It was like a triangle. Like we bounced back,
Yeah.
like it was.
Yeah.
And we were talking. And I just look at Aidan, Aidan look at me, like we were just reading each other's mind. Like, okay, do we like this? Do we like that? And it was good seeing him like out of his shell and like not really caring about what other people think.
Yeah, it's we can dive into it later maybe, but it's more of like a thing where it's hard to have that like I don't care mentality, even though I had it that day and like you said I was doing well. Like it was one of those good feeling days, even though I did question myself in some moments where like I'll think when I'm talking with you, sometimes we're having a conversation about whatever deep topic we're talking about at a party.
Yeah.
But and I'll think like, oh, am I doing anything wrong? I kind of reassess what I just did and overanalyze it again because I think there's like a comfort in me going back to like what's normal, which is like anxious, which is not a good thing, but I was fixing it. But there was a funny moment, and it just was what it was. It's not a bad experience. I made it sound like a bad experience. It wasn't. Where you'd be talking to one of your friends, right? And I didn't know him or whatever, and I just kind of stand there and watch you guys. I'm just like that kid in the corner just listening and watching because I have nothing to jump in on, right? I'm just waiting for that one moment for him to say something, then I'll just kind of jump in on that. And that's basically what I did. Pretty much. It worked out well.
Yeah.
And all the people were fun.
Yeah.
I think all the people we met there were really cool.
Yeah, they're cool people. Some nice, some not. But
I still think afterwards, like, I don't think anyone there, like, really liked me. But that's, like, more from, like,
that's not true.
I
But
don't know. So I just assume the worst and then just prepare for the best.
It's not
Or
true.
assume
But also,
the worst.
I knew that half those people actually didn't like me for some odd reason.
For me, that's almost better. Oh, that's the thing I kind of thought about too recently. Whereas, like, why do I get anxious? And I was thinking, like, it's because there's certainty with anxiousness. If I'm anxious, it's going to be a bad experience, no matter what. With me risking it and just saying I don't care and being myself, it could go good, it could go bad. And it sounds like really stupid. Like, why would you want to guarantee yourself to have a bad experience? But maybe, I don't know if this is for sure. It's just more like me reflecting. It could be honestly a thing of like, I just want certainty. Like the situation is going to go this way for sure. It can't go any other direction. Hey guys, welcome to our game segment. For our game today, we have an interesting one for you people. It's fuck, marry, kill. I'll go first. I have a list for Evan, and you have to say who you'd obviously fuck, marry, and kill, okay?
Okay.
First person is Sabrina Carpenter. Second one, Tiffany Stratton, WWE wrestler. And third one is Jenna Ortega. F, marry, kill. What are you doing?
I'm getting emotional just thinking about the chance. Just thinking about the chance at this in my life.
Dude, my mom's been saying these. She's like, Aidan, calm down. Enough.
This one's hard because
And guess who suggested this segment to me?
your mom.
Shout out, Mom.
I think honestly, for me, I'm thinking about like who'd be an amazing wife. Okay, who'd be an amazing wife? Obviously, I think
Depends what you look for. Do you want your wife who can carry you and suplex you into a table?
who could also like do a who could also do a couple flips on me too.
And crush your head with her legs, probably?
Yeah. Honestly, okay, this is just me thinking realistically and thinking me long term. Because also I'm thinking about their money.
Yeah.
Because I'm a gold digger.
Actor money, singer money, WWE money.
Fire me, I'm gonna, I'm probably gonna marry. Actually, no, I'm gonna kill.
Oh, he's starting off hot.
I'm gonna kill. I'm probably gonna kill Tiffany Stratton. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And then you gotta listen to this, okay?
Okay.
I would
Respectfully.
respectfully do something with Sabrina Carpenter.
Okay,
I'll-
respect.
And I will happily marry Jenna Ortega because I think that would be a very fun marriage.
Okay.
And it's hard to pick between those three because they're very amazing women, and I see them in most positive way, and I don't think anything freaky with them.
Is that why you're looking in the camera just in case they're
Just
watching?
in case they're watching. Just in case we get them on the podcast in 10 years and they look at this clip.
And like,
then
what
this-
the hell?
I also think Jenna. Well,
Sabrina Carpenter, it's like, there's two ways it's going to go. Either she's so creeped out she's never going to come on the
or
podcast.
she's gonna think it's
or
funny.
she thinks it's funny.
And I know she has a sense of humor, so we're hoping
Yeah.
that she thinks it's funny.
Because none of it's real. Yeah.
Yeah, but let me know if I did wrong or if my list was good. Now it's time for Aidan's turn for his list. Let me make sure I remember.
All right.
Aidan's first one is Tate
Oh,
Obviously.
the queen.
and then the second one is Nina Dobrev. Nina Dobrev.
Vampire
And then have you been watching
Diaries,
Love
yeah.
Island?
I haven't been watching the recent one.
Okay, your last person is Huda.
I know who Huda is. Though.
Huda
I've seen Huda. I've seen
Huda
Huda
from
all on my
Love
TikTok.
Island.
I've never watched Love Island, but I've seen Huda everywhere.
from Love Island. Huda, shoulda.
Huda's
I want her to
fire.
actually look like Huda.
I can't lie. That list is
I
fire,
know,
bro.
thank you.
I think.
In respectful way. This is all very
okay.
respectful.
Oh, this is such a mess list. Because I don't want to kill any of them. No, I know what I'm going to do. Okay. We're going to start like you did. Kill. Or actually, no, we should end with it. Let's
Okay.
end with it. Okay. I would first off marry Nina Dobrev. She's been like my celebrity crush for like the past
Ever since he was born.
5 years, 10 years maybe. So a long time. Nina Dobrev is just so pretty. So I'd definitely marry her, wife material. Next, I would say I would F Tate McRae, and I would have to kill Huda. I don't know Huda that well, like her social media presence that well. So I have to go with Tate McRae. F Tate McRae, with all due respect to Kid Leroy, you know? I love your
And
music.
Tate McRae too. We obviously. Please come on.
Please come on. Please.
I'll start crying right now. I'm gonna have tears in my eyes.
But yeah, that's my list.
Honestly,
I would
respectful
kill Huda.
list.
It's a hard list though, isn't it?
That's hard.
I don't want to kill any of them.
I would kill Nina Dobrev because I'm not really a fan of her.
I
but
would F Huda and Tate McRae, kill,
at the same time.
and then marry Nina Dobrev, and then afterwards I'd kill myself.
That's respect.
There
That's
we go.
I failed at something recently. Well,
Oh,
not
no?
recently. This was about like 2 months ago, and I've been keeping it in.
What happened?
But I failed. Let me tell you why. So, I was texting Aidan, and I saw in the story, I was like, oh, I haven't seen DC the Dawn. I might want to see DC the Dawn. So I text Aidan, I'm like, oh, can we go see DC the Dawn? He's like, no, because he was like busy or something. I forgot what you were doing.
I don't remember what it was.
But he couldn't because he was doing something, whatever. And then it was at the Observatory in Santa Ana. And obviously, I'm a big DC the Dawn fan. I was going to go meet him. I saw the meet and greet. Plus, I was like, it's kind of expensive, but it's going to be worth it, right? And so
how expensive, if you don't mind me
it was
asking?
$135 altogether. So
It's actually not too crazy
but
for a ticket.
yeah. But also, listen, so it was in Santa Ana. I drove up there. It was Eam Triplin and DC Dawn, right? Like
Okay.
the show.
Mhm.
So I'm going there, driving. I went by myself, which kind of new
Aw.
experience. Went by myself because last
didn't
time
know
I
that.
went with Travis, but I didn't want to bring Travis into this one. So I went by myself. Whole new like situation. Didn't really know anyone there. So I go to the show. It's an opener who I don't really know. He was cool. He had good music. And then DC Dawn comes on.
Mhm.
And after this, I was like a big DC Dawn fan, but after this concert, even more. Like he's been in my top 3 most played. Because I went through his whole discography. He has amazing songs.
Mhm.
And he also dropped Get Naked. All you wanna do is get naked.
Naked.
But yeah. So I saw DC Dawn perform. He performed second, probably like 20, 25 minutes.
Mhm.
Probably one of the most like amazing experiences. I can show you the videos after, but
Okay.
I was super close to him too. Like I was taking videos the whole time. Like I was literally in his aura, in his sweat.
In his
and
aura.
He was performing. Mosh pits were going crazy. Personally, I didn't want to get in the mosh pit because I was like, I don't want to like
Yeah.
get hurt or whatever. Because I'm just
Yeah.
a crybaby
No Travis
softie.
Scott shit
No
going on.
Travis Scott. But he's an amazing performer. It's super high energy. Super high energy. I was like falling in love with like him as an artist even more.
Okay.
No homo, but more homo. But like he's such a genuine person too.
Really?
And he's such a cool guy. And after that performance, made me an even more fan of his.
Yeah.
So I loved the performance. I loved everything that like he did. All the songs that he played too. He said this like he said, "Oh, I'm gonna play a throwback for you guys. Let's see if you guys are OG know this." When he said, that, I was like, "Ah, shit, I'm not gonna know this." But then he played 12 a.m., which is like 12 in the morning, which is like one of his most played songs. Like, oh, I know this song. But yeah, like obviously I'm not like a D writer of his, and obviously I don't know like all the
Okay.
unreleased songs, but I know most
Yeah.
of his music, and I'm a big fan of his. But sorry, amazing performance. You have to see DC the Dawn in concert, and I would love to see him again. Probably one of the best performances I've ever seen and will ever see in my life. Okay, so after that, I go to the what's called like the booth where it had like clothes and stuff that were
Okay,
selling.
yeah.
I
The
bought
merch
a
stand.
DC the Dawn letter 5 flag,
Nice.
and then I bought a signed CD, and a signed vinyl by DC the Dawn.
Oh, nice.
So I bought those. I think I paid over $100 for all 3 of those things. I honestly did not care. I was like, I'm just gonna splurge on myself.
Yeah.
And I bought those things. Very cool. Put in my room. I love it so much. I'm happy I got a vinyl DC Don. But yeah, then Eam Triplin comes on. For me, I've heard obviously of Eam Triplin before, but I wasn't really a fan of his. Like I didn't really like get into his music that much. So I honestly didn't know what I was getting myself into. When DC Don was performing, I was closer to like where the stage was, like where he was going to the crowd, stuff like that. With Eam Triplin, I just stayed back and I watched from afar.
Yeah.
He has good music. And even during the show, I was like, okay, this is cool. It's energy high, really good performer, really engaging with the crowd, stuff like that. What a performer should do. Like, wasn't lazy at all. Is actually like a really cool person. So this is where the climax of the so it's after the show. I'm like, oh, where's the meet and greet? We're in meet and greet right here. I'm like, oh, bet. About me, DC Don, right? I'm about it. Like, I did my meet from 5 favorite artists. I'm like, oh, that'll be my third one. And I'm going to get the 2 hardest people this easy. Nice. I'm so hyped. So let me just pull out a picture just so he sees how I felt during this moment. But
yeah.
So it gets the meet and greet. We're waiting there for like 20 minutes. I'm like, oh, shoot. Like, when he's going to come out, stuff like that. And I'm talking to all these people. I'm like, oh, you guys here for DC Don? Yeah. Like, they're excited to see DC Don. I'm excited to see DC Don. I'm like, oh, this is about to be like a life-changing moment for me and all that stuff. So waiting in line, and at first I was like a little scared. I'm like, okay, where is DC Don? Because when I saw the meet and greet ticket, I saw it in like, what's it called? I thought I was going to meet both. Okay, so I'll just show you when I'm. So waiting in line, I'm like, everyone's there for DC Don. I'm like, oh, bet he's going to come out. So they put us in line. I'm apparently the last one. So I'm like, okay, good. Like, I get to like prepare what I'm going to say, stuff like that, and like meet him. Guess who comes out?
The other guy.
Eam Triplin.
Yep.
And in my head, I'm like, oh shit, there's no fucking way. And I was like super upset. I was like, no, where he is. And I was like, and then even then, they said like, they said I was gonna be last.
Yeah.
So like, okay, at least I'll be able to like prepare myself what I might say to Eam Triplin and stuff like that. But guess what? They go in, and they're like, oh, you're first. I'm like, are you serious? So I went first. Was
it because you're at the front?
No,
of the
I was.
line, or like
they said at first, like they had me at the back line. It was like the line wasn't like let's say it's like this. It was like it was by like a.
It was horizontal.
Yeah. So
like
they said I was
shoulder.
last, but in reality, like they said I was first. You go first. So I was like, oh shit, what am I gonna say? So I went out to him like, yo, what up, Eam? I was very disappointed because I was like, obviously, no hate to Eam. After the concert, I fuck with his music so much. He has great music. He's also XXL freshman.
Oh,
yeah,
no
so
kidding. Nice.
He makes good music. So, but obviously, I paid an extra $100 for the CDC Don or something like that. Pay like extra money to CDC Don. So I'm like, oh shit, like what am I gonna say? If I got another chance, I would be more happy. But if you look at my face here, I look disappointed. Disappointed.
You look so sad.
I'm wearing the letter 5 flag. I have the DC Don CD.
You look like pissed off, bro.
And I'm like, I couldn't even get myself to smile.
Yeah.
And I felt so bad.
That's Eam.
And Eam's a great guy. And I'm glad I still got a chance to meet him. I posted my story. I was still very happy that I got a chance to meet him.
It's understandable, though.
But I went after. I was like, I just told one of the people, like, oh, was DC Don not included in the meet and greet? They're like, no. What? And I'm like, what do you mean? So in my head, I was so mad. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. This was such a fun event. But I didn't get to meet him. I'm like,
Yeah.
What made it worse was days later, DC Don posted on a story, meet and greet link for him. And when I click on it, they had meet and greets for every single show that they did on the tour. And like for my show too, I was like, oh, did you just add this? No, they had this whole time. So what I didn't realize was I could have met DC Don, but he posted that link later. So I didn't realize that was a thing. I thought he was including the meet and greet, but no, I had to go to his, like, not even his main account. It was like letter 5 or like his second account.
Oh, that's weird.
So like he posted, I'm like, oh, great. So I wasted not wasted because I still got to meet Eam Triplin, but like I was kind of upset that I didn't get to see DC Don and meet him. But next tour, I'm hopefully going to bring Aidan. We're going to see DC Don, and I'm going to make sure I get the right tickets to meet him. And he signed some stuff, all that stuff, and hopefully eventually get him on here.
We'll definitely read the fine print.
I'll definitely read the fine print. But yeah, moral of the story is always smile, or else your pictures are going to look very sad, and I looked very disappointed meeting Triplin while he's like, yeah, I'm just like,
yeah.
I was kind of regretting it, but I still had a fun concert, and I want to go to more concerts. Even if you're going by yourself, I surprisingly still had lots of fun.
Yeah.
So that's what I liked, and we're gonna get back one day, and I'm gonna meet. You're gonna see a picture of me and DC Don right here with Aidan. So
You hear that, people? We're putting it out in the universe.
So, yeah.
DC the Don. We will meet you one day.
that was in May, and obviously, no hard feelings of anything.
No. It happens. I mean, you
you
expected
make-
one thing,
you
you
make-
got another. Of course, you're gonna be upset.
Yeah, you make mistakes, and that was my dad was like, okay, that's just a life lesson for you. Like,
I think also if it's nothing against Eam, you just expected one thing, and then it's like, but if you paid for a ticket for Eam, you would have been happy. It's nothing against the guy. It's just
but also like I'm
circumstance.
glad that looking back at it and like after that I went through all of Eam's music, I was like, okay, this guy makes good music, and some of his songs like I actually like play a lot. So like he has really good music. So if you don't know who Eam Triple now is, please check him out. You probably know Awkward Freestyle with like the Kim Kardashian picture on it. That's his music. It went gold. So
Yeah, I'm trying to
he's
think of
popping.
like a comparison of like what would it be if someone paid for a meet and greet for someone and got us as podcasts.
like Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan or Bad Friends, Bobby Lee.
Well, but like
Imagine.
Eam Triplin's technically a bigger artist than DC Don.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
Oh.
DC Don actually just hit 1 million monthly listeners for the first time.
Holy hell.
So
That's crazy.
But Eam Triplin was already at 1 million, and DC Don was at 400,000 when it happened.
oh,
So like he's technically a bigger artist, but
interesting.
yeah. It was a good concert. I recommend going to more concerts and having fun. But yeah, thank you guys for watching.
Another episode,
This
guys.
was a good
If you
work.
did enjoy it, I want to like say there is a subscribe button. It's free. If you really enjoyed it, you can like, subscribe, any of that corny stuff, you know.
We're
But just
trying to grind, bro.
trying to grind it out, trying to grow big, push out more stuff. Numbers do help and
Yeah.
also hurt. So if you want to check any of us out, our socials are in the bio. Mine's my TikTok and Instagram.
Same with me, Evan.Miller70. We're trying new things out and just keep on the lookout for us. We're going to keep grinding. So we appreciate you guys a lot and see you guys next time.
Peace.
I set trends, you follow.